Rebecca here from simplesuburbanliving.us, and in this video I'm going to share a super simple investing app that I am loving. Now, I actually just got started with this today. My husband, however, has been using it for quite some time, and there's a couple of things that we really love about it. First of all, the investments that you make can be as low as $5. And secondly, you only have to pay $1, like a service fee type of a thing, per month, up to $5,000 in your stash account. So it's extremely affordable. Most other options that I've looked at, you've had to pay, say, $10, $15 every time you wanted to buy or sell stock. And especially if you're dealing with smaller amounts of money, that can add up quite a bit and can eat into your profits. So I love the dollar amount flat fee, regardless of how much buying and selling you do. And once you hit $5,000 in your portfolio, then I forget what the percentage is, but the example they gave was $5,000 would cost you $1.04 for the month. So it's still very, very reasonable. But another thing that I love about Stash is that it makes it super easy to invest and gives you just the information that you need to make a wise decision. Now, I'm assuming or hoping that you're already investing in a 401k. I look at this as an additional way to invest without spending a ton of money if you don't have it to spend. And it's a great way to kind of get to know how investing works. So what I want to do now is just look over the different links that are at the top of my phone screen. And so you'll see that the first one is portfolio. And I'm going to click on that. And oh, by the way, I don't remember if I mentioned this at the beginning, but I just opened this account today. And so you can see that there's not a ton in there and that my return today so far at this moment is 7 cents. That fluctuates throughout the day. It was 18 cents earlier and so on, but obviously not very much because I've just put the money in there. All right, so in portfolio, you'll see that there's a couple of options. First of all, we have Stash Cash, and that is that you can have money transferred from your bank account regularly into this Stash Cash account, or I don't know what they call it, but anyway, Stash Cash. And then it's immediately available anytime that you want to invest it. Or you can invest directly into certain stock options as well. Actually, I'm not sure what the technical term is for these groups. So anyway, for these specific groups. So I'm not really going to talk about why I chose these different ones because I am not an expert at this by any means. And so that's not what I want the focus to be. But I just want to show you how to find different things to invest in. So you'll notice down at the bottom, there's Discover Investments. I'm going to click on that. And you'll see at the top, there's I Believe, I Want, I Like, and My Bookmarks. So I believe is support your convictions, invest in your beliefs. So as an example, if you are concerned about the environment, you might want to invest in clean and green. So I'm, rather than going through, well, I'll just kind of show you briefly what these are. Clean and green, data defenders, defending America, do the right thing, equality works, and so on. So these are some of the ones that are under I Believe. Now let's look at I Want. These are build towards your financial future, invest in your goals. And so these are just different ones. Notice that I've got moderate bookmarked because I do want to invest in that. And moderate is meant a moderate level of risk. All that glitters are things like gold and silver. Copy the Experts is professional investors investing in the things that they're investing in, and so on. There's even this Park My Cash, and I thought that this was interesting because it gives you, it's kind of in a sense like a savings account, but the yield is better than your typical savings account, but it's very low risk with also a low yield. And then there's I like. And so American Innovators is invest in tech companies that are changing the world, like Apple, Google, and Facebook. You can see I've bookmarked that because I'm interested in that. There is maybe you want to invest in social media companies or things like that. Okay, so those are the basic categories. But what I want to do now is I want to look inside one of them to see the information that's there that can help you decide if it's something that you want to invest in. So let's just look at American Innovators. Now, you can see at the top there's overview, performance, and who owns it. So the overview shows the risk level and then the top holdings by company. So for example, in this American Innovators, Apple Inc. is 14.32% of your investment would be in Apple stock. Then there's Microsoft, Facebook, Alphabet, which happens to be Google, and so on. The most important thing is looking at the performance. You can see that year-to-date change is a positive 22.10%, and over the last 12 months was 27.09%, the last 3 years 15.3%, and so on. So this is obviously something that's growing at a rapid rate. And again, looking at the overview, the risk level is moderate, but not super high. Okay, so now let's look at just who owns it. All of that is doing is it's looking at the percent of the stash community owns American Innovators. Okay, so that's basically all there is to it. Now, let's go through the process as if I am going, well, I'll just act as if I'm going to invest in this, that I want to add this to my portfolio. I would just click on Add to Portfolio, and then there's how much would you like to invest. And let's say that I'm going to do $5. $5 is the minimum. So if you tried to do $1, it would tell you, that's not enough. You've got to do at least $5. But this is really awesome because $5 is not that much, and it's a great way to start investing. Okay, so then you click on Next, and you notice it has Add to your auto stash. Repeat your purchase every week. Thankfully, by default, that is no. And I appreciate that because sometimes if you're like me, you accidentally signed up for something that you really didn't want to sign up for. So it's by default, it's no. If you did want to put $5 into that particular investment, every week you would click on Yes. And then you click on Next, and you choose your payment method. Okay, now I'm not going to click on buy $5 of American Innovators because I'm not sure that I want to do that at this time. So when it comes time to take your money out, you can easily do that. I can't demonstrate that because I have not done that yet, but it's very, very simple to move the money from your stash account to your bank account. My guess is that it takes a couple of business days for it to happen. But it's very, very easy to do. And as I mentioned before, there's no charge to move money in or move money out. It's just that $1 per month finance type of fee that you have to pay. So I definitely recommend that you give this a try, especially if you just want to play a little bit with investing, but you don't know a lot about it or don't have a lot of money to invest. This is a great way to do it. So let me just actually go back to the home page. And I do want to show you another thing that kind of encourages you how much to see how your money can add up over time. And it gives the example of the potential monthly deposit being $100 a month, and then how much you would make after 1 year, after 5 years, and after 10 years. And so if you have a specific goal, and obviously this is just an estimator, but if you have a specific financial goal, like let's say in 5 years, you wanted a certain amount of money in these investments, like let's say you wanted $10,000, you would first of all adjust like what type of percentage rate you're going for. See, I adjusted down at the bottom of the screen. I'm tapping, and I moved that up to, let's move it to 5%. And you can see after 5 years, I would still just be at $7,241.28 if I invested $100 a month and the yield was 5%. So I would say, well, maybe I need to do, well, 200 is probably more than I need. And so it looks like 150 a month at 5% would give me just over that $10,000 that was my goal. So again, this is just an estimator because you never know what your investments are going to do, but this is a great, simple way to start investing, even if you feel like you're strapped. And I do want to encourage you to do that. Let's say that you just feel like you don't have much money to invest. I would say at least start with that, like $5 a week investing in something. That's only $20 a month. Chances are, especially if you automate the process, which you can do, you won't even miss that money, and you'll at least be getting a start on investing in your financial future. So I hope you enjoy this. By the way, I do know that there is an affiliate type, referral type program for this. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I do want to check into that, and if I'm able to get a referral link, I will put that in the description of this video. And if you use that, it's my understanding that you would get $5 added to your account, and I would as well. So, so hopefully there will be that link in the description. If not, I will put a regular link. So thank you again for watching, and I wish you the best in your savings and investings, whether you use Stash or not. And by the way, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much, and have a great day.